Well, howdy folks, and welcome back to the garage. Today I've got a special preview of one of the soon-to-be-available new Soviet light tanks, the Tier 6 MT-25. There's only one other Tier 6 light tank in the game at this time, and that is the German VK-2801. So, that's what I'll be comparing it to here mostly. Armor department, the MT-25's armor thicknesses are on par with the VK overall, with no surface exceeding 45 millimeters of thickness, while the VK has some inferior thicknesses on the sides and rear. But the frontal armor is much heavier at 60 millimeters, and it's aggressively sloped. The MT-25 armor profile is mostly flat wherever you look. So the VK wins the armor competition right there. The MT-25 has excellent mobility with a power-to-weight ratio of 23.5 horsepower per ton, which allows a top speed of 72 kilometers per hour. This thing is really fast. Hull traverse speeds of 40 degrees and turret traverse of 48 degrees. Again, the edge falls to the VK with slightly better power-to-weight ratio of 27.7 horsepower per ton, which gives slightly better acceleration and hill climbing. The same top speed, better hull traverse, but a slightly less turret traverse than the MT-25. VK2, MT-25-0 thus far. The gun. Now, looking at the top guns in each tank is where things get very interesting indeed. MT-25 has available the 76mm S54, which provides a 1,477 point damage per minute via 9.23 rounds per minute and 160 average damage, and penetration of 125mm on regular AP ammo, and a typically gruesome Soviet accuracy rating of 0.4, and a reasonable aim time though at 2.3 seconds. The German 7.5cm WAF weapon provides superior DPM via better rate of fire and the same damage rating. The German weapon is also far more accurate at only 0.34 dispersion and has a very good aim time of 2.1 seconds. The MT-25 has a slight edge over the VK with -7 degrees of gun depression versus -6 for the VK. Now at this point, the VK, I'm going to have to give it the win in the gun competition as well. But wait and hold on a second. There's something here that the MT-25 also has available in its top gun selection. It's an autoloader. This autoloader is a wee bit insane in my opinion, and if I had to guess, will likely get nerfed in the not too distant future. But for the time being, this gun has a DPM of nearly 2,900 points. At Tier 6, the Object 140 at Tier 10 has 3,025 DPM, so this autoloader, it fires a 45mm round 52.51 times per minute under optimal conditions and puts out 55 damage per penetrating hit. It also has an excellent aim time of only 1.5 seconds and a dispersion of only 0.35. Granted, the penetration is only 100mm with regular AP, but will do 130mm with APCR loaded. Regular AP rounds cost 80 credits, but beware, each APCR round costs 3 gold or 1,200 credits, so profitability is right out the window using it at this rate of fire. Each magazine holds 8 shells and fires 2 shells each time you pull the trigger, and each magazine requires 5 seconds to load. So, enjoy this autoloader while it remains with these specs. It should be a lot of fun. So let's quickly go through my loadouts that I use with this tank. For consumables, I run the multi-purpose restoration pack, the small repair kit, and the engine power boost. Under the provisions tab, I will run the improved fuel, extra combat rations, and the protective kit. I like to have my ammo rack stocked with 2 to 4 rounds of HE, and here with the autoloader, since each magazine holds 8 shells, I will keep 24 shells or 3 magazines of APCR on hand, for those situations when only spicy ammo will do, and the rest is regular AP. And finally, we come to the equipment. I run the vents to boost crew mastery, coated optics to enhance the MT-25's mobile scouting ability, and the third and final slot, well, there's a few things you could make a case for. The enhanced gun laying drive reduces the amount of reticle bloom as each shot is fired, and when you're firing at a high rate of fire, this ensures that your second shot will be almost as accurate as your first shot, because when you start using a rapid rate of fire, your bloom tends to bloom and bloom and bloom and never quite gets down to your full accuracy level, so the enhanced gun laying drive helps with an autoloader there. A case could also be made for the enhanced torsion bars to increase the suspension durability by 30%, because I found that the tracks were easily broken during spirited driving, let's call it. Otherwise, I might choose the toolkit to reduce repair times by 25%, so you don't stay tracked for nearly as long. It has the added benefit of reducing the repair time of all repairs to all modules, not just the tracks, so it might be a little more useful. I don't know, that one I leave up to your excellent judgment there, tankers. So, to summarize, this tank will be capable on the battlefield with its excellent mobility and okay 76mm gun, but the VK remains the superior vehicle in my opinion overall. Not sure where the autoloader specs will end up over time, but I really don't think they'll be anywhere near what they are now, so enjoy the heck out of it while it lasts. I don't expect many tankers will keep this tank in their garage after the autoloader is nerfed. Well folks, there you have it. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like down below. And if you really enjoyed this video, hit the subscribe button. Let me know in the comments. As well, be sure to visit my social media pages, both on Facebook and Twitter. This is where I post info that, well, not belonging in a video, it's worth taking a look at. I would also like to give a shout out to my Patreon supporters. You folks are making a huge difference for me. If you like what I do and enjoy the community all of us humans are building, please consider supporting the mission via my Patreon page. There are quite a few options with varying levels of support. Maybe one of them will suit you. Links to all things in the video description. Alright folks, thanks very much for stopping by and watching. I'll catch you next time.